He was arrested and held on $1 million bail. This is a retired rancher. The government found 2 witnesses who will say not that Mr. Kelly fired his shotgun above the crowd to scare them away, which is perfectly lawful, but that, in fact, he was hunting them down and shot the guy in the back. Here's what his lawyer had to say about this. Testimony is something that is bought and sold by drug traffickers the same way that drugs and people are bought and sold. In this case, the benefit they're getting is security for their smuggling route through Mr. Kelly's property. And they're sending a message to anyone else defending his or her own property that if you defend your property against us, you will be arrested and there will be witnesses who will come to stand against you. The government bought this testimony. The government buys testimony all the time. Here is a recently retired Border Patrol agent in that very part of Arizona.
Everything that I am seeing, my professional experience would tell me that that guy was either a scout or an actual guide for a group. With the radio, much more likely he was probably scouting out in advance, or the front man, if you will. But that type of activity and behavior doesn't take place out there unless it's part of the cartel.
The person he's talking about, that guy, of course, is the person who was killed. One would think that this would be a simple case of the trajectory of the bullet, and did that bullet come from Mr. Kelly's rifle? Now, the government has the rifle, the government has the bullet. If the government had evidence that the bullet came from that rifle, wouldn't we know about it? Why doesn't the government tell that to the court? That tells me that the government does not have the goods. They've had the bullet that entered this guy for a month. If the bullet came from Kelly's rifle and if that bullet entered his back, wow, I would think that evidence would be front and center in a courtroom, and it isn't. What is the government doing? Who is it protecting?